more Friday night. This is the last one of the season and they're closing it down. It reopens back up in like March or so, but Jeremy's checking his oil. I'm letting my car warm up. It's pretty cold, but we're about to go check in. Alright, we ran our first and our second passes. The first one kind of blew the tires out. They did a little bit of prep work, and we dead hooked second time, but mine was like 1190s and Jeremy ran 1140s. So we're gonna keep running it. It's getting pretty cold. It's about, I mean, it's got to be low 40s. We got a little heater. Alright, so we just ran our third time, and I ran like 1150, but they didn't print Jeremy's time slip, and they told him he had to go to the tower to pick it up, so we thought he got in trouble. But I guess something was wrong with the system, but he actually ran an 11.1 at 129, so now he holds the record again. I beat it Saturday, and he got it back again tonight, so we're going to continue running and see if we can get a 10 out of these cars. So we just did another run, and Jeremy's car, when he got done to the end, was smoking like crazy. And so we thought there was like a fire, so we like yanked our fire extinguishers and stuff and was pulling the back of the car, pulling all the trunk liner and stuff out. But he ended up, after we figured out it wasn't a fire, it was coming out of the tailpipes, he crunked the car, and look, it rooster-tailed to, I mean, it's hard to tell how far back it is, but they're all the way back there, sprayed coolant out the tailpipes. So we're towing it back, but I guess it blew the head gaskets. So we're trying to tow it back over and load it on the trailer now. Alright, it's the next day. We're over here at Jeremy's house. We pushed it off the trailer. We got kind of rushed yesterday after the car broke. They closed the track an hour early, so we were rushing to go get the car and get it back and get it put on the trailer so we could go. So we didn't get to really update about what happened, but pretty much the car is just, you know, blowing coolant out of both tailpipes, and it was smoking like crazy at the end of its run. I'll show you what it did here. Look what it did to the expansion tank, if you can see it on the video. The expansion tank's just swollen. So it pressurized the cooling system with boost pressure, and we're pulling the plugs out now. We're going to do a compression check, and we're not sure if it blew head gaskets or if it blew the intake manifold, you know, in between the intake runner and the coolant jackets right here on the front and the back. So we're going to look, pulling the plugs out, and all of them. So far all of these are soaked with coolant.
Look in that hole.
Oh yeah, look at that. Let me try to see it. Bam, full, completely full of antifreeze right there. Alright, we'll get the plugs out and we'll come back. So every spark plug on the driver's side bank is, I don't know if you can see it, but they're completely soaked. Completely wet with coolant. So he did run like his best time, 11.1, but he ended up taking out intake manifold or head gasket. It's a lot of coolant, so it almost looks more like the intake manifold let go than a head gasket, and it may be on both sides. So we're about to find out about that. Alright, so we pulled this side out, and every one of them's wet again. Wet. So now every spark plug's soaked, and we're starting to think that the car blew the intake manifold gasket. We're going to pull the plenum off and see if the belly of the intake is just full of coolant. And we'll still do a compression check, make sure nothing's hurt. Alright, so White says this is pretty funny. I can take this hose right here and blow through it and fill that spark plug hole up.
Yeah, I'm done with that.
Yeah, it's pretty funny that you can do that. Alright, so the belly, I don't know if I can get that down in there and see it. I don't know if you can see down in there or not, but it is slapped full of coolant in the intake manifold. So it may have got lucky and it just blew the gasket, and that's why it pressurized the cooling system so much to dent the degas jug, or the overflow, whatever they call it.
It didn't seem like it was doing a bunch of nothing.
No, there's definitely no pressure on the bar.
You're not going to fix it.
Ah, look at all that room now. Alright, so we yanked the intake manifold off, and we're about to turn the car over and blow all the coolant out of the cylinders. Alright, you're good. That sounds healthy. Good compression. It kind of blew coolant everywhere. We're going to do a compression check, make sure everything checks out. We think we've seen actually where the silicone is broken in between, you know, this cylinder and this coolant jacket. It looked like boost pressure was able to leak through right there. So we're going to check and see if it passes the compression check. We're just going to put intake manifold gaskets on it. So this car never had a strut tower brace on it, and Jeremy bought one. It's been years ago. So we had to set it up and drill all these holes and drill the other side and drill up here. So literally, to get this strut tower brace off, you have to pull the wiper cowl off and hold it with a wrench and take the nut off on this side, and then you have to jack up the car, pull both inner fenders out to get to the other side, the nut on the other side of these. So it makes it a pain in the butt to work on the car, so we just decided to cut the tube on each side, and he can decide later if he's going to put it back on or remove it, but it made it easier for today. We may repair it somehow, but it simplified it for today. Was compression checking it, and we did come to the conclusion that the head gasket is blown, and we'll kind of show you what we're doing here. Alright, turn it over. Watch that coolant jacket right there. See, it's smoking out of both coolant jackets. So this cylinder 5 blew the head gasket. So we're going to work on getting the motor out probably in another video. This is probably going to be the end of this one.